Hello, Merriment Makers. Welcome to another episode of the Merriment Making Podcast, where we explore all the ways to embody joy, self-love, and creativity in our daily lives. I'm your host, Mary England, and today we are talking about a very helpful topic, reclaiming your story and how to rewrite your own narrative. If you have ever caught yourself thinking, this is just who I am, or I guess my life is just this way, then I want you to pause, and I want you to know that you have the power to rewrite your story, the one that you've been living by up until now, and you can change it at any point. The narratives we tell ourselves are just that. They are stories. They can be edited and revised and turned into something that reflects resilience, joy, and possibility. So grab your headphones, find a cozy spot, or take me on a walk. Let's start rewriting that narrative together. Let's start by identifying the story you're currently living. Ask yourself, what beliefs about myself or my life am I replaying in my mind? What's the first thought that comes up when I face a challenge? What do I assume about my worth or my abilities? Or really just what's playing in my mind that's making me feel like crap? Maybe your story sounds like, I'll never be good enough, or I'm always a mess, or I can't handle this. These aren't facts. They're narratives. They are likely shaped by your past experiences, someone else's expectations, or just your own critical self-talk. Take a moment to think about a belief or story that has been holding you back, or something that just makes you feel badly about yourself. What is it? How does it make you feel when you think about it? Awareness is always the first step towards change. Now that you've identified your current story, we're going to break down the process of rewriting it step by step. And this is where the magic happens. Number 1, understand the source. Ask yourself, where did this story come from? Is it rooted in a specific memory, a pattern, or someone else's opinion? Understanding the source can help you see a story for what it is. It's a perspective. It's not a permanent truth. And all perspectives can be shifted. Number 2, challenge its validity. Look at your story with curiosity, like it's someone else's story. Ask yourself, is this story always true? Are there times when it hasn't been true? What evidence and logic do you have that challenges this belief? For example, if your story is that you're not capable, think about a time when you have succeeded at something, no matter how small it is. That's proof that if this was a scientific experiment, you couldn't completely say that 100% of the time you were not capable. 3, define the narrative how you want. Think about how you want to feel, how you'd like to feel. If this story were rewritten, what would it say? What would a supportive and empowering version of the story sound like? You can always act like you're doing it for someone else. Act like you're doing it for me, if that helps. For example, if your old story is, I'll always be stuck, reframe it so your new story says something like, I am capable of creating positive change one step at a time. If you get stuck, you can even put it into the robots online, or ask someone, or just flip it around. Just change it from the opposite to the other opposite. It's okay if it sounds like it's wrong to you, like it doesn't sound true, if it sounds a little bit delusional. You're gonna step into it. Number 4, anchor it in your values. Ask yourself what matters to you most and how your new narrative can reflect your values. If kindness or creativity is a core value for you, then make sure your new story honors that. For example, I'm not creative enough can become my creativity is unique and valuable. Lastly, number 5, test out your new narrative. Speak your new narrative out loud or write it down. How does it feel? Again, it's going to be okay if it doesn't feel true at first and it feels expansive or just even like a lie. You can still adjust it until it feels authentic and empowering, but there is going to be this space where it doesn't feel just right because you're going to be stepping into it and adjusting to it. All right. Now let's put this into action. Before I was guiding you to identify your old story and think about rewriting it. So now we're going to take it a step further and not just in theory, but in tangibility, right? We're going to incorporate it into your daily life. So we're going to start with the title and key points of your new story. Think about it as a story you're telling yourself each and every day. For example, your title could be Going from Surviving to Thriving. And your key points, like if it's a bullet point on the jacket of a book or or the outline of the chapters of a book could be, I prioritize joy and self-compassion. I take small, meaningful steps towards my goals. I show up as my authentic self, even when it feels hard. You could write a couple positive affirmations or chapters that kind of highlight exactly what your chapters are about. So you can do this in a couple ways. You can start with a new chapter of your story. You can start with a new title of your story. You can start with an outline of your story, whatever feels fun for you. But the point about this is that we are outlining how this is going to look for you every day, because it's not really helpful to just have the idea and the concept that we have a new narrative. Like, great, okay, I don't believe anymore theoretically that I don't suck. Fantastic. Well, we need to do something about it. We need to integrate it into your life. So one of the ways that you can do this is to start by outlining exactly what this means. What you need to do is kind of create these action steps for what you want in a daily way. And here are some additional ways that you can live your new story tangibly and anchor it into your daily routine. 1, affirmations. Write your new narrative as an affirmation, and you can put it where you'll see it daily, on your mirror, as your phone wallpaper, in your planner, at the top of your to-do list every single day. So if yours is, I am resilient and every day I grow stronger, every time you write a to-do list, you rewrite it at the top of page every single day. You don't forget it. You can create a visual reminder, make a vision board with images and words that represent your new story. You can practice it through actions. So you can go back to the chapter and the outlines that you are making and create goals that represent those actions. Put them on your calendar, schedule them out, act in alignment with your new narrative. If your story is that you're confident, find small ways to practice confidence, like making eye contact or sharing your opinion in a meeting. But if you don't schedule it, if you don't prioritize it, if you don't put it on your calendar, if you don't put a sticky note on your planner so that you say, remind myself to make eye contact in this meeting, it's not going to happen, and you're not going to start embodying and acting in alignment with your new narrative, and it's not really going to mean as much. 4, journal on the proof. At the end of every day, write down something that you did that aligns with your new story. Seeing this proof builds momentum. And if you didn't do anything that day, it's going to be a reminder for you to do something the next. And lastly, share your story. Tell someone about your new narrative, somebody that you trust to support and encourage you, like an accountability buddy. Okay, how did that feel? Remember that rewriting your story isn't about denying your struggles or pretending that your life is perfect. This is just about reclaiming your power and focusing on the strength and joy and growth that is already a part of you and available to you more. If you are ready to take this work even further, I want to invite you to join the Merriment Reset 30 Days to Joy and Confidence program. For just $1 a day, you'll get a whole month of guided 5-minute challenges designed to help you create small, meaningful shifts that lead to big transformations. It's no subscription, no long-term commitment, just one powerful month to focus on you. The best part is that these challenges are quick, fun, and accessible no matter how busy your life gets, and you can still prioritize your joy and reset your mindset. Head to uncustomary.org/merriment-reset to join now. And as always, remember, you have to feel good to do good. I'll see you next time. Until then, keep writing your story and choosing joy.